everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Victor Wembanyama.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Fox and Castle are their guards. Ryan is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's the prodigy in at the small forward position. And for Denver, inside form, it's Gordon and Jokic. Then there's Peyton Watson. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Strother in at the 2 spot. Here we are over halfway through the season right now, Stan, and these teams have certainly come a long way to this point.
Well, Kevin, every season is a journey, and you have to applaud the work ethic of these guys to keep competing even as the wear and tear of the season adds up.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Murray with it. Now defended by Bryant. Watson for 3. They get it back. Down low. Here's the prodigy. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from the prodigy. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. 4-point game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Strother, a three-pointer, no good. On offense, here are the Spurs. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
And that one's good. Strother.
You know, Jamal Murray has no problem being the facilitator when he sees open teammates.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Well, we still have about half a season left, but here's where the power rankings stand as of today. Take a look at the Cavaliers. They've climbed all the way up to the 2nd spot.
And San Antonio, they're on that downward spiral. And while they're still near the top of these rankings, that's not the direction you want to be going midway through the season.
That one goes. Count it.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Spurs are gone. 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Pass to the prodigy. Here he goes. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Watson's shot is good. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. A prodigy, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And so Fox will bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 2. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Well, the prodigy in their last time out against the Thunder really lit up the floor. He had 36 points, and he was dialed in from long distance. But remember, he also was great on the strike. Once he found his rhythm, it was pretty much over. He found a way to do whatever he wanted. Guys, back to you.
Thanks as always, Allie, for that great report. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Denver making a switch here. Spencer's checked in. Harper, he's checked in for the Spurs. Pass to Gordon. Fires the three. The Nuggets leading. On the floor for San Antonio. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Vucevic is out there with the prodigy. And it's Harper in at the one. Valanciunas, good.
Valanciunas not afraid to get his close to the basket.
So it's the Spurs now. A prodigy's shot is good. The prodigy's got 12 in the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Denver's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Little sets a screen for Murray. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. And San Antonio shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. And the basket by Vassell.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Traps in the tray. Murray's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, they hit a 3 on the other end, and Murray goes right back at it.
A prodigy's shot is good.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. In the corner, it's Brown. Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Now the Nuggets bet on the development of young Christian Brown, and Stan, he has rewarded their faith. He has developed so nicely.
Kevin, he certainly has. Probably has even exceeded what their expectations were for him. But he's a guy that is such a hard worker. He's smart, he's tough, and he's all about winning.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. You love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Pass to Spencer. Offline with his 3. San Antonio trailing here. Here's the prodigy and the rejection by Valanciunas.
And Valanciunas may not have the quickest feet, but he uses his size well to block and deter shot attempts. Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Great, and some say this is the peak of the game. You think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama comes in for Devin Vassell, and it's Fox in for Castle. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Jokic with the screen on Fox. Murray the pass to Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And it's Gordon missing. The Spurs have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Fox against Murray. Gordon with no one around. And the 3 off target.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, Victor Wembanyama drawing fans league-wide. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle proclaimed, "I've never seen a player like this. I'm in awe of his talent, his size, his aptitude for the game, his skill, his feel, you name it. And in due time, it's very possible that he will be the face of world basketball." Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, he's taken over. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And the Nuggets making a change here. Spencer's checked in with the drive, and that one is hammered home.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on this side of the ball.
And the call will go against the Prodigy. That's his first foul. And the Spurs with some changes. Ryan's checked in for Vucevic, and Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper. Here's Spencer, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pass to Jokic. Now, here's Watson. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Watson's got the lead up to 3 now for Denver.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Fox gets it to go.
Well, Fox is just so quick to the ball. And then, of course, he has a finisher's mentality.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Watson. To the paint. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Now, here's Fox. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Now 8 seconds separate the 2 clocks. Denver leading by 4. Pass to Strother. Gordon for 3. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. Here's the Prodigy. That shot, no good.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Denver on top. They lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's...
In that game against the Warriors, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions. Now let's take a look at this San Antonio Spurs game, which has been very competitive.
I like the way they've been running, pushing the ball, putting that defense on its heels.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Prodigy having a great impact in this game.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then there's Peyton Watson. And it's Strother in at the 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Finishes the break with a slam.
Smart bucket by Castle. Get out and run.
The Nuggets leading. Here's Strother. Watson kicks to Gordon. On the wing, Murray. He's got 5. Good on the triple.
they've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's the prodigy. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got his 4th assist in this one. And Denver has possession. Here's Strother. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Pass to Murray. Here's the 3. And the Nuggets hit again from 10.
Well, you got to love that play. Murray gets to his spot, and the pass is right there.
Looking here at some numbers for the prodigy. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's getting around 38 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Here's Gordon, and he gets it to go. Gordon's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
And so Fox will bring it up for the Spurs. On the wing, Bryant. And he's good on the 3-ball. Bryant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stat. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. 6 to shoot. Denver needs to get off the shot. Watson for 3. A rebound by the Spurs.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Prodigy's shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Denver's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Murray finds Gordon. Lob pass to Gordon. It's stolen by Bryant. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Now Watson. Denver passing it around. And it's Jokic missing. The Spurs have gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. And a nice shot by Bryant.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
.124 left in the 3rd quarter. Murray scanning the floor. Shot to stop the run, and he gets the jumper to drop. Murray's got 13.
Well, when Murray gets going, he's so tough to stop. Jamal is one of the most explosive guards in the league.
Here's the prodigy. He's got 25. Lock at 6. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Grab and sting.
Denver shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. They've got Vucevic. Prodigy is out there with Devin Vassell. And there's Harper, and it's Fox in at the point. Spurs trail by 3. Here's the prodigy. And another turnover here by San Antonio. Zeke Najee, he's checked in for Denver. The Nuggets leading by 3. Murray outside. Valanciunas inside. Vucevic on him. Spencer's shot is on.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Well, he may be trying to do too much. That's his 4th turnover.
Here's Valanciunas. Here's Spencer. Najee. Now here's Murray. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Nuggets.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
Jokic has checked in for Valanciunas.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
To the inside. Najee, and down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
From outside the arc. Najee, no good. Spurs trail by 6. Here's the prodigy. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Spurs with some changes. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Vucevic. Bryant comes in for Devin Vassell. And Castle is subbed in for Harper. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. And the call will go against the prodigy. It's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Strother. Shot clock at 6. Now Gordon. And stolen by Bryant.
Well, the defense baited him into that pass, and he fell into the trap.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Outside Gordon. Now Murray. That's tipped. That one is good.
Yeah, we've seen this before. When Murray gets it going, he gets it all going. He can score from anywhere.
Jokic pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Murray. No good from 3.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
Got it.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Oh, that is a big-time jam.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Jokic. On the rejection by Wembanyama.
Clearly foul.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both free throws good from the prodigy.
And really just a great rhythm at the line. Whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Here's the 3. Clean from outside.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Well, that's the thing about Jokic. He makes you work defensively throughout the game.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. And here are the Spurs. Now Castle.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside, Murray. Here's Crawford. Castle covering. Here's Murray. 5 on the clock. Launches it. And there's the 3.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
A deep 3. Doesn't get that one.